What's happening, guys? It's Kibla Ahmed out here. I'm joined with my brother Driving Geek.
What's happening, guys?
Ash, and we are going to do a spoiler review to Transformers: The Last Knight. Guys, if you haven't seen this movie yet, go and you want to watch this video, don't watch it. Go watch the movie and then come back to this, and then we can share our thoughts. But if you do want to see a non-spoiler review, the link is in the description box and it will be at the end of this video as well. So guys, my non-spoiler Transformers review. Non-spoiler, sorry, what am I saying? Spoilers, spoilers,
Spoilers, guys.
So I'm going to go through my notes. I've got like loads of notes to go through, and I'm going to give you like a brief story, what happens, what I like, what I didn't like, and just things about the movie industry itself as well. Guys, I'm going to start off with, so the movie was premiered last night in London.
Yep.
It was on Sunday. They had the Decepticons and Autobots cars there, and the whole cast was there. But a few days before that, thanks to Show Film First,
Thank you.
and Hasbro,
Thank you, guys, for the goodies.
yeah, some Transformer goodies. We got to do a live Q&A session with the cast of Transformers: The Last Knight,
Which was awesome.
which had director Michael Bay, Mark Wahlberg, Josh Dunham, hopefully I said that right, Isabel, there's a few more characters in there as well. What was her name? Laura.
Mr. Wahlberg,
Yes,
he waved at us.
yes, Mr. Wahlberg.
I'm excited.
And then, you know, they didn't tell us that we will get to get an early screen in IMAX.
Yeah, that was,
IMAX 3D as
I
well.
think that was like
The icing on the top of the cake.
Yeah, icing on the cake. You know what I mean?
It was
like,
really good.
They were like, yeah, your wristband, you can go watch it. We're like, what? And yeah, plus it's IMAX. We're like, brilliant.
Yeah, and guys, make sure if you do watch this movie, they were shot on IMAX cameras. The detail is immense, and to watch it in IMAX and get lost in that action, oh, you guys are gonna love it. So that was a few days ago. I put up a non-spoiler review, and guys, I want to say thank you to you new subscribers. Thank you to all you guys that the response has been absolutely amazing. You guys are out of this world, and most of you are fans, and that means the world to me, because you've taken on my thoughts and you've given me back feedback as well. So guys, that means a lot.
Keep the support going, guys.
Alright, so where do I start? So, first things first, guys, this is Michael Bay's last Transformers movie.
He said last, but he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, so we don't know.
Like,
During the Q&A session, which will be in my last non-spoiler review video, he did say
it's his last.
it's his last. But
he was smiling because he's making money, guys.
yeah, he's making loads of money.
Come on,
he's making loads of money. With that, guys, I'll be honest, in my non-spoiler review, and as I said before, and I agreed to it, I enjoyed this movie. I know I've been getting a lot of slack for it. I didn't enjoy the last two movies because I just felt like they didn't have substance in the story. I felt like they gave us this world-destructive characters from, you know, made-up characters, and it got really messy. It didn't give me what number 1 and number 2 gave me.
1 and 2's feeling was different. It was new. It made more sense why Sam Witwicky had to get involved.
Yeah.
You know, and the last two, it was great they got the Dinobots involved and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it just didn't have that oomph. And Mark Wahlberg, again, is a great actor. It's just, it didn't make sense how they got, I don't know, it's just the way they got him involved as well. I was a bit like, But this one alone, I think the story was strong. It was shot beautiful, I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, it was good.
Watching it in 3D
It's good.
IMAX,
And I think he's been listening to the fans about pulling away from the action, and it's not inside.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing action scenes from further distance.
Further distance,
Where before it was too close and too many things to see. Remember, like Optimus Prime has got over 3,000 mechanisms that move in the graphics. So I don't really want to see that much detail. I just want to see the action properly, and I don't want to be lost in all the madness. What happens? Guys, I'm going to apologise. It's really hot in London at the moment, so we've got a fan in the background, so if you hear that humming sound, I'm very, very sorry. And the problem with copyrights on YouTube, I can't put the Transformers soundtrack in the background, because one more thing I want to say. Where's his name? Steve, I can never pronounce it. The soundtrack by Steve Jablonsky was epic, because it will make you remember how you felt when you first saw the Transformers, when they were in the alleyway and they all transformed and that soundtrack came on and it was like,
it gave me goosebumps.
Yeah,
this way when the soundtrack was there or playing in the background. So
that was there. As we said, I feel like this story was more to offer, and what I'm gonna go through right now, and if you want to jump in, let me know. Yeah. So I gotta say, for all the haters and the bad critics that have forgotten how to get lost and enjoy a movie, you guys lose out. You guys lose out on something where it's gonna have good or bad no matter what. Yeah.
Any movie will.
Any movie will, but go in there with bad intentions. Doesn't help the experience, and you ruin it
for yourself.
For yourself, and you ruin it for others, man. Come on, guys. Like, I live in a time and era. Like me and my brother right now, we, Saturday mornings watching the cartoons, reading the comic books. Like, I am really heavily into this. This is my life, yeah. And when somebody you see something on screen, and maybe it's not the same adaptation, but you're getting to see your. I remember, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the first Transformers, I saw it with my best friend Dwayne. I remember we went to the cinema, and that first scene when they transformed, I had a tear in my eye, and I remember looking at him and he had a tear in his eye as well, because we're living in a day and era now where we're getting to see our big characters live action. You know what I mean? But so what I was saying was, there needs to be a balance. You try and make a movie with such a vast story, background, mythos, characters,
There's so much to it when you think about it.
There's so much to it, and I have to rate Michael Bay. I know he gets abused for a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna stand by the dude, yeah. And I know I'm gonna get all the haters kicking in, telling me all sorts of shit. Anyway, so vast story. If you want to get emotional, watch a good old kick-ass action movie with a great cast, then guys, you're gonna love this movie. This one was good, and for me personally, it hit the heart. Guys, as I said, Michael Bay filmed this on the big IMAX cameras, so the detail is immense. So if you do see it, make sure you guys are watching it IMAX 3D. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna jump into the story of the film now. Yeah. So it starts off with Optimus Prime floating in space, because of the last movie. He went into space to say, why do they keep bringing harm to the planet? So he's gone off to Cybertron. In the process of finding Cybertron, there's a new character called Contessa, who's supposed to be like a god of Transformers. So she created the Transformers, and she turns him into a bad guy. She puts him through a little guilt trip and mind control, and took over his brain. And back on Earth, Cade, who's Mark Wahlberg's character, is in the Badlands from the battles from before. It's like a restricted area people can't go into. So these kids sneak in thinking, come on, let's go and try and find some Transformers. In the process of that, you meet Izzy, who's a new character, Isabel. Very strong female character. She's with another Autobot, and they've been both taking care of each other, so that's like her family. She lost her family in the battle in the last movie. And in the process she saved the kids, but in the process the Autobot dies, and then Mark Wahlberg comes in with his heroic,
that was epic,
and causes all sorts of drama, and he's trying to help another. While she was safe, he was trying to help another Autobot or a robot that was looking old school.
Yeah, basically it's one of the Autobots from centuries
ago.
Yeah.
And had a talisman that he said, you are the protector now. And
he's
gave
one
it
of the knights, sorry.
So now, he's one of the knights,
so
basically.
As you know, there's 12 knights, and that was one of the knights where Mark Wahlberg actually helped.
Yeah.
And gave him the talisman as well.
And says, you are going to be the next protector.
Yeah.
Alright, so Contessa have gone through. But during this scene of the film, it's Cade, isn't it?
Cade.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's character is helping this old Transformer out. I've already said that, blah blah blah, talisman. He doesn't accept it. He walks out, and this is where an old character from number 1 and 2 comes back. Josh Dullenham. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. Some of these surnames are very difficult, guys. I'm sorry. I know that there's a different way of saying it, but guys, he's the old character that comes back. But he's part
of the NFS.
No, it's a TF. It's like Transformers Sorry, guys. But basically, he's against Transformers now. Yeah, he tries to put them out. So he's destroying them, basically. Yeah. But in the process of this, there's a massive, wicked action scene with Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's in a new... what is it? What's the name of the car?
Camaro.
He's in a new Camaro. This thing looks beastly. He comes in, starts kicking the shit out of people, and then... he breaks into
he just
500 pieces.
Yeah, and then at the same time,
this scene.
Yeah, this scene alone.
Basically, they thought they shot him and destroyed him, but they didn't. Like
what he does.
Mark Wahlberg was saying that was a big mistake.
Yeah.
And all he saw. This scene was wicked because he just came back together, like, you know, remember Terminator.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 all came together. He was kicking the shit out of people, knocking people down left, right, and centre. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. That's one scene. Meanwhile, you get to meet Sir Anthony.
Yes.
Anthony Hopkins. Shut up. He's got the best one-liners in this movie. This guy has this creative epicness
legend
when he's on the screen. It just makes everything epic, and that's what made the movie more epic as well. But this guy's coming from a background of... was it Witwicky?
No, he wasn't a Witwicky.
No, he wasn't, but he said something about Witwicky.
Well,
he's one of the guys...
He's a collector.
No, man.
He was.
No, he was like... He holds these secrets about the Transformers. And it gets passed down from generation to generation. So he keeps a secret of Transformers. So basically, he tells us this story like that goes back and forth in the movie about when they came in the medieval times, helped King Arthur and the Round Table, and had 12 different knights, and you know,
Merlin as well.
Merlin basically is a fake ass, and he begs the Transformers to help him, and they give him this staff, and this staff is important, and I'm going to come back to the staff. Remember the staff, yeah? But Sir Anthony Hopkins, I forgot his name. I should have wrote that down, guys. But with all the notes I've written, and we've only seen the movie once, and you guys in the comments have been saying, we need spoilers, we need spoilers. So here's my spoiler review. So basically, what happens is they show us how Transformers have been in the decades through, and there's a scene with Bumblebee.
Epic.
Such a good homage as well, because they could put him in something I always wanted to see.
You see Bumblebee back then.
And he's not a nice guy.
He's not
a nice guy.
He's a badass.
He's a badass. And it was, I think it was set in World War I or II. And guess what he was? He was a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it smashed it. That scene is, guys, make sure,
it's the way
I hope you've seen it before you listening to me, or like letting it all out. Oh, okay. So basically, but this is because, you know, that talisman that I was talking about before, that thing ended up crawling out of the ship, and while the battle was happening with Bumblebee, went into
Mark Wahlberg's truck.
His truck, and then the talisman stuck with him. Yeah, and now what happened now is it goes around his body, it protects him basically. Yeah, it protects him. So basically, you guys know that means that he's the last knight, because there was 12 of them. There was only 11 left. He becomes the last knight, and he's the protector of this staff basically. The story goes on where Laura, what was it? Vivian. Her name was Vivian in the. Where she plays this Oxford University professor who is a professor in medieval times and King Arthur and Lancelot and everything, and she really didn't believe it was all a myth. You know, she grew up with it, but what she didn't know is that her dad was in this secret society. That's why it's a secret society of knowing about Transformers.
It's funny because when you watch it, she's actually slating the history, cussing it. It's all nonsense. Don't believe it. And then she finds out her dad was a big part of it, you know, and little did she know, like when she was growing up, her dad had a lot of things about that stuff as well.
Yeah, so it's you've got to watch it. I mean, it's kind of told to you, but it's nice the way they laid it out. And then Merlin, basically she is the descendant of Merlin. And Merlin's jokes, if you see him in the beginning of the movie, he's a bit of a drunk dude. He's like, I'm a fake ass, help me please. And they give him the stuff that he controls, but Merlin, because she's the descendant of Merlin, I don't know how that worked out.
It was I guess they needed
to have a female And like, don't get me wrong, she played it really cool, and they need that look as well. And guys, then you go on this wonderful journey with the Transformers and the human cast going back and forth in story, back in time, and epic battles.
Yeah.
The last battle was epic. I mean, let me go through. Guys, you know what? Because the story is actually quite vast, and it's hard for me to go through it without you guys getting bored as well. So
go to where you know.
So no, what I'm gonna do now, because as I said, you guys go for an epic journey. So you find They all team up together basically.
They're going through this journey to find this staff.
They find the staff,
Yeah.
and then all the madness kicks off from there.
You talking about the world? Why? Why is it?
So basically, there's
Something.
these 6 points that are coming out of the earth.
6 horns.
6 horns, massive horns.
Massive horns.
Massive horns. And
Massive.
I don't know if you've been listening to all of this and you still ain't seen the movie. Go watch the movie, man. This is like a big part. I've been waiting for this to happen for a long time, and I feel like now what's going to happen now is it's open up the universe slightly bigger, because I wanted to ask a question that didn't get asked by Michael Bay. Is, will they expand the Transformers universe to off-world, basically? So not on Earth,
Not on Earth, no. And
in
just
space.
And just Transformers.
Because now there's parts where the Cybertron is coming in, they drain the life out of it, but basically it's based on
What's that? The Earth? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can
No.
tell them.
Unicorn.
It's basically, yeah.
Unicorn.
So basically, the whole time, Cybertron is trying to take over the world because the world itself. How can I explain it? What's the best way of explaining it?
Well, it harnesses it.
It harnesses it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's
what
something like that, guys. And then, they go into the... So there's another big ass transformer that's a submarine ship.
No, wicked.
That was sick.
That was sick.
They went underwater. They go inside the Unicorn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where all the knights are.
Yeah.
And where the staff is hidden. But you know what?
Yeah, when
I'm going to leave it as that, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Shall I leave it as that?
oh,
Go on, tell me.
What else there? I mean, that's it, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. I mean, then that's when the battles start happening.
Battle starts happening, as you know, they need, what's her name?
Cyber.
Vivian.
Yeah.
They need her help because she's the only one that can wield the staff. No one else can wield the staff.
Yeah.
They need her. Obviously, you got Mr. Wahlberg's role playing the Last Knight.
Yeah.
Then Josh.
Yeah, just Josh. Keep
Just
it Josh.
His character.
He's
Him and his team.
conflicting.
Yeah, he realizes, oh shit, you know what? Maybe it's not Transformers ain't bad. It's about keeping teammates with them, and they help along as well along the journey. Then you got Megatron that's back involved. So we forgot Megatron as well.
Oh man, Megatron. Don't you think he looked better than any of the other movies?
Yeah, Megatron looked best by far. He looks proper mean.
He looks mean.
Obviously, he's always been the bad guy.
Yeah.
He still wants Cybertron to take over.
Yeah.
So his role.
He's working with Contessa.
Yeah, he's working with Contessa. So his role stays the same. What else is there? Obviously, they introduced Hot Rod, which was good.
Wait.
Yeah.
I think I got that. Look, so let me go through this. So guys, they did a few new additions to the team. So Jimmy, who's the new guy, who's the comedic guy, he's always screaming and shouting and stuff like that. Then you got the baby Dinobots.
Yeah.
They were funny. They were cute. They were cute. They gave you that. The return of John Toronto.
Yeah.
Agent Simmons.
Agent Simmons.
His jokes. Guys, I'm gonna pick out a few scenes now. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you guys any longer. Because it is vast. It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good fun and like. So basically, there's a very touching scene with Mark Wahlberg, Cade, when he's talking to his daughter, but he can't speak to her because his voice is being tracked and he's being chased around. So it gets cut off and it's very emotional. And I think this is why Isabel was introduced into this movie, because it gave you that female, the father and daughter. And she's very passionate as well to be with the Autobots and fight. Cade has this junkyard where he hides most of the Dinobots and the Transformers, and there's the Dinobots eating the policeman's car and all sorts. It's jokes. It's actually really cool. There's a scene, it's a flashback on how far, about the Transformers, and I think we said that, innit? About Bumblebee. Sorry guys, I'm repeating myself. Megatron looked much better than he did in any other movie, I've got to say. He looked beastly.
Yeah,
he looked
scary.
He looked scary, but he looked much better. He looked more like a robot, where before he looked a bit funny. He had a weird head shape, and they never got him right until this one. Again, Hot Rod, great addition to the team. Amazing car, very comedic element to him. And the only thing is that, because I know Hot Rod from the Transformers movie, they killed me because he had the French accent, but they explain that. They explain why he does that. Cogman, he's a psycho.
Funny as hell.
Funny as hell. This guy is this little transformer.
4-foot transformer. But when I mean he served basically Sir Anthony Hopkins. He was his butler basically, but he was funny as hell. And I think like that, obviously you need that element of
comedy as well, some fun as well. Like,
and he did it well.
Another favourite scene they shot in London was the car chase scene with Cogman and Anthony Hopkins, which was brilliant.
The thing is, Cogman's character was actually more dangerous. Michael Bay said they didn't get involved. He actually can kill a transformer. That's how powerful he is.
Yeah.
But they just didn't.
They didn't get him involved. Anthony Hopkins got some really funny scenes. I mean, he brings this epicness to any type of role he does. But there's a scene in the library when he's like, "Shut up, shut up."
He's in the library. He's on the phone. The kids tell him, "Shh," and he goes, "Shut up." He
cracks
one-liners cracked me up.
The last battle scene was epic, guys. Full on to see Optimus Prime in his prime.
Prime. It's the first Transformers movie. He did not get battered.
Yeah.
He stand tall. He fought strong, and he went in there.
He went in there. But there's the scene with the battle between him and Bumblebee.
That was emotional. That was emotional.
Because you have to watch the battle, but there's a scene where where he's just about to kill him, and Bumblebee goes, "I will serve you till I die, sir. Optimus Prime, you're my friend," you know. And they do this thing, man. I was like, "Oh, this is deep, man. This is too much."
It's the first time you hear Bumblebee's voice. First time. And that's what made it more emotional. He was like, "Bumblebee, your voice is back."
Yeah, and man, that was nice.
I bust a tear straight away.
As I said, the soundtrack was amazing. We meet another Autobot at the junkyard, which is Steve Buscemi's voice, his jokes. Remember, he was the who gave him the female voice at first.
He was the junkyard herder.
Yeah,
I remember that, man.
You know what, guys? I'm not going to bore you no much. I think that's enough spoilers.
I think the movie in general, guys, personally, compared to last year, was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Glad we got to watch it in IMAX.
Yeah, brilliant. It was an epic evening, and I'm really happy. Guys, there's so much, and I don't want to, as I said, I don't want to bore you guys. If you're a fan, go catch it. You'll have a hell of a ride.
Yep.
You'll have fun.
Yep.
And as I said in my non-spoiler review, the only thing I found was that the movie was a bit too long.
It's like
that's me personally.
It was long. Any movie now is long. You think about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Yeah. But you got to see it as a director. They got so much to fit in.
Yeah.
And they want to please the audience.
Yeah.
So as a reviewer. And as a movie critic, we all as a fan accept it for what it is, and just enjoy it. You're gonna there's little things here and there that you're gonna hate, but overall, it was a good movie, man. Go watch it. Guys.
I think I answered everybody's questions, but guys, make sure you catch it. IMAX 3D comes out this weekend in the UK. I know it comes out in the States this weekend as well. So guys, go have a blast, go have fun, man. You got a great cast in it. I had a good time. I'm still talking about it 5 days later. So I'm going to go watch it again.
I'll tell you something now. As a driving instructor, my students are all jealous. All jealous when I tell them I got to see the cast, I got to do a Q&A and watch the movie. Yeah, it was full on. It was really epic. Life is good. Life is good. And we live in good times. Guys, thank you so much for your response. All you new guys who subscribed. Guys, if you like this video, click on the like button. If you'd like to see more, guys, subscribe to the channel. Guys, if you do live in the North London or the East London area and you're looking for a driving instructor, give me a shout, guys. Give him a shout. Links in the description. Driving Geek on Instagram. Guys, one love. Peace. Peace, guys.